Hello everyone. So we're here back with our second part of answers to your questions because we had an unfortunate situation where the camera cut off in the middle of one of our questions, but it was like a really long video anyway, so we're just gonna keep going with your questions. Okay, starting with this one that I just got a text. Did either/both of you have to try nearly every kind of point shoe out there to find something that worked, or were you able to find your shoe very easily without having to search a lot?
The thing is, I could never get out of the shoe I was first placed in.
Mm-hmm.
My very first shoe I was ever fitted in was Grishko 2007, and
mine too.
Until the last day I ever did point, because my injuries, whatever, please tell me you're updated on this by now, I wore Grishko 2007s. And I tried to get out of them because, you know, for some reason, teachers do not approve.
It's a good shoe. I don't know why people hate them so much, but such as life. So, yeah, she's been in Grishko's forever, since beginning of time.
But I tried Russian Point, Freed Studio 1 and 2s for us. They were. Suffolk, major fail.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Those lasted for 2 seconds.
I'm different. I started in Grishko's, and I'm wearing Grishko's now.
Mm-hmm.
But after wearing Grishko's for, I don't know how long, like less than a year, I switched to Capezios, and it turns out the person fit me in like a size that was just massive.
Yeah,
like
very narrow.
Massive.
Feet.
And I had no idea, like I was just like, okay, it's supposed to be like that. So I just shoved as much padding as I could inside of them to make them fit. Yeah, so after 2 years of dancing in denial, I finally switched to Grishko's. But in between all that time, I've been wearing Grishko's consistently, like since 2007 or 8 or something. But I've tried Freed Studios 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, we all tried the same shoes except
Russians, I didn't try. I tried Morellas, and I tried Freed Classics, and they died in 45 minutes. That was not cool. Yeah, so I'm still searching. I'd like to try blocks, but yeah, I hope that answers your questions.
Yeah.
I'm still searching. So, yeah, but I wear Grishko's. What is your dream company?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna throw out some random names because I don't have my sights set on one because I don't want my dreams to be crushed.
Into your head that you just accept whatever comes out.
Yeah, I want a lot of options. So, let's start with the very unrealistic to slightly more realistic. San Francisco Ballet, Houston Ballet. I like Ballet West because I recently became obsessed because of the Breaking Point. Yes, okay, but I actually do like their company. Other places that I'm forgetting to mention, but yeah, just random places. Yeah.
Random places are the ones that you can't think of. The other places aren't random. They're like the dream of everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone likes those companies. Whatever. Yeah, but it's actually not my dream to dance in New York, which is the common misconception. Like, people think, if you're gonna make it big, you go to New York. Which, I mean, yeah, but there are other places. So, yeah. I don't know, I don't really want to dance.
And for me, refer to the update videos. I don't know.
For all this, refer to the update video.
Yes, refer to the update video.
Would you prefer to take a technique class with or without point shoes? I'm gonna say without.
It depends on
I used to dance on point the whole time, like all the time, but then I got used to doing it on flat. And I do a lot of point anyway, so it's like every time we have to do technique on point, it's like, no! So, yeah. I do like center on point, though. Yeah. Yeah. Do you agree? Do you do any other styles of dance, or do you prefer any style of dance over another? Would you like to answer this one?
Oh, sorry, I just spaced out for a second because I assumed
I'll answer it since, okay. Yeah, obviously we prefer ballet, but other than that...
ballet.
I like ballet.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Or if I say
I like
contemporary
ballet.
on point, people are gonna be like, oh no, not like So
Mhm.
You Think You Can Dance, like Forsyth, and that's it.
Yeah. What style of ballet do you guys prefer? Balanchine, Russian, Vaganova, classical, etc. I'd say classical, with an
Classical.
influence of Balanchine's like
Yeah,
slight
emphasis on movement.
influence. Yeah, not like super strict
Mhm.
classical, but like clean classical, slightly
Yeah.
Vaganova-ish.
Emphasis on performance and movement. Like I said, yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on competitive dance studios versus ballet schools / companies? Do you watch Dance Moms?
Okay, first off, occasionally we watch Dance Moms,
Yes.
but it kind of stresses
It's
me out.
highly entertaining, but it reminds me far too much of our old studio. So much drama, even though it was just a ballet studio.
Yeah, it wasn't like competitive. That doesn't make sense. Like we
like
didn't
do competitions,
yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, it just stresses me out too much. So not really.
Yeah, sometimes it's like too similar to real life situation.
Yeah.
So
I just want to be like world peace.
Yeah, but it's really funny. So, but before that, what are your thoughts on competitive versus ballet schools?
They're not. I couldn't.
You can't
even
really
put
compare them
in a
because
category together.
usually the people who stay in competitive studios have different goals. Like,
It's not really career oriented.
I mean, I don't know because I never danced at a competitive studio like that. But usually people who stick with those kind of studios and do a bunch of different styles other than ballet, like, it's less. Well, it's not as career oriented towards ballet. You just said that. Sorry. It's more like maybe they could go into Broadway or like
random things. A lot of them,
like do commercials.
Like the
and
LA
stuff.
Dream, you know.
Ooh. Yeah, like they get hired for a lot of other random stuff, like in media.
Not necessarily what they've been doing the
or
entire
like
time.
backup dancers.
Whereas like
and stuff.
ballet, you're training exactly what you want to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you're training to be in a ballet
exactly
company.
what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perform.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really.
I hope that
compare
makes
them
sense.
at all.
Yeah. What are your goals as a dancer? Do you want to say yours or do you want to say refer to the video?
Yeah, I guess
Refer to the updated
video, and then I don't know. I just have to figure things out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I would love to like at my best. I would love to be in kind of the company I started with, that type of company where it's regional. But some regional companies can do really great things, like have really high quality performance opportunities that are accepting to anyone who wants to work hard and earn their spot there.
Yeah, so those are fun.
That would
a
be
lot
really
less
great.
pressure, a lot more
Yeah,
fun.
just like a reason to dance every day, and like it just is really rewarding because you still get to do what she would be doing in a professional company. Like I would get to perform, but just not high pressure and not paid most of the time.
Yeah, so I want to be in a professional ballet company, like preferably a bigger one, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I'd like to get into that as soon as possible. I'm still a student, but hopefully this is my last year of being a student. Best ballet cover-ups and warm-ups? Question mark, that was more of a statement, but question. I like trash bag shorts and, well, I don't usually wear those outside to ballet. I usually wear yoga pants, which I get I get made fun of a lot because I can't find any yoga pants that are long enough. So
they're
people laugh at me because I have
long legs,
like high waters. And they show my ankles, and people laugh at me. Like my friends laugh at me. They're not
Plus,
like
we wear like supportive tennis shoes.
That's another thing.
Okay, our
I get
friends
made fun
make
of.
fun of us for saying tennis shoes because for some reason I was raised to say that. They're tennis shoes with high water yoga pants and cardigans because I wear a cardigan. So it all adds up to
Some
like
people
major,
probably don't understand the term
like,
high water.
grandma.
Is that just something our mom said all the time? It means like
not.
it's referring to if you're walking in the water and your pants don't touch it and your ankles are.
Wow,
that makes no sense. It's just an expression. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
A term that means your pants are too short.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're trying to work on our warm-up image because my natural
I'm working
instincts
on
aren't so
it.
good.
It's not that fashionable, but
Yeah.
yeah. And I usually wear a cardigan with my yoga pants. Anyway, what type of dancer are you? Adagio, Turner, extensions, petit allegro, grande-allegro. Had issues with that.
Well,
I'd say adagio. Not necessarily extensions, but more like moving slowly.
for me,
With
this
lots of
is
port
like
bras.
not in the list, and it's not typical like, oh, she's a turner or she's like flexible or whatever. A lot of people like don't usually categorize this, but seriously, I'm like a waltz person.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
I
I
like that
just
too. Like,
love
just
to
moving.
move
Yeah.
so much.
Moving
just,
and
like,
traveling.
express and
Yeah, I like that too.
yeah. So waltz is my thing.
I'm not a good jumper, however.
Yeah.
Like, big jumps, I don't know. I'm getting better, but one of the things I get corrected on a lot is I don't jump high enough. Yeah. So that's one of the things I'm working on. What age did you go on point? We were 12, right? 11 just turned 12?
Either right before we turned 12 or right after we turned 12.
Around that
Right
age.
around
Yeah.
just at 12. Because our birthday's in November, so it was.
I think they put us on point like the spring semester, right?
I think it was at the end. This is not useful information to you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What one ballet product do you think everyone should own? I'd say for me, yeah, the foot stretcher. Well, for me, it's the Pro Arch foot stretcher because my feet would be planks without them, without it.
Not necessarily.
Pretty much.
Was I just trying to flatter myself? No. I was not. I guess since she covered that, the Foot Rubs little green ball with soft edge spikes on it from Discount Dance. I very much enjoyed that, but then I lost 2 of them. So then I used a lacrosse ball, and
But I still
that
actually
works
had
very
that
well
thing.
as well.
Yeah, I like the foot rubs ball better though.
Any kind
It's
of thing that does
good.
that.
And it's not very expensive either. How often do you buy new dance shoes?
Dance shoes,
Point
as in point
shoes?
shoes.
Flat shoes every couple months. Point shoes, I go through them. I will get majorly criticized for this, but I dance so often, like every day, and a lot of point work, so I'll go through them. They'll only last from a week to the most 3 weeks, and that's like a miracle.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really
And
proud
we
of
get
myself
the
when I
hard
make it last that
shanks.
long.
Do we get?
I get medium
shanks
shanks. I used to get hard shanks, but they wouldn't break in the way I'd want
No,
them to.
they used to be fine, but then all of a sudden we got like 10 pairs or more in a row between the two of us. So that was like 20 pairs because we bulk ordered for the summer and like for some of the fall whenever Discount Dance was having a major sale. And and they were like all defective. There was something wrong with all of them to where all of them either
They didn't break
never
in right.
broke at the top or it was at the toe.
It's like
so
here's
it's
arch, here is shank. There's a gap.
I nearly cried every day because I hated them so much.
Just
Way
like
to
be dramatic.
I know, that's very dramatic, but they made me very
But
upset.
it was so annoying when I was at a summer intensive and I like want to do well and it's parent observation and my shoes are like poop. Yeah. Anyway, so I get medium now and problem solved. Like I just put more jet glue in them to make them last as long as the hard shank. But it breaks in well, so best of both worlds.
are safer.
When did you go into pre-professional training? Technically last year.
ago.
But before that we started doing more intense classes when we were like 14.
Yeah, we started doing 2 classes a day, like one in the morning, one at night at 14.
But it was like at our home studio, so I don't know if that's official. When did you go on point and when did you start ballet? We answered the on point question, but we started ballet when we were 6.
Yes.
And what is the hardest thing to learn in ballet for you?
For you,
baby?
Oh,
Turnout? I don't know. I have
to learn or to do?
To learn.
To learn is to actually to learn. That's the hardest thing.
I don't.
To learn quickly.
Yeah, to pick up things
'cause,
fast.
like you have to pick up things so fast and retain it. But to do, turn out.
Yeah.
Because
It's getting better, but still, everyone wants to be flat turned out, and everyone could always be more turned out.
Yeah.
But
Like, I
You know,
never talked about
I'm
this
still going
on
for it.
the channel, but originally whenever we started it, I meant to like do all these videos about, I don't know, I guess trying to inspire people to just talking about how much my turnout sucks. But then I didn't think that would be very inspiring because I never found an upside to that, so. But I could talk about it because.
Yeah, I could help people. What you
Yeah,
found.
I like went through hundreds of hours of therapy literally with so many different doctors and PTs like to try to fix it, but it just couldn't be fixed. I have 45 degrees turnout in my left leg and it won't budge, and then like 57 stretched to more. It could be stretched more on my right leg. So yeah, that screwed up a lot of things.
And just a while back, I got on one of those like rotator things, and to give you an idea, I had like upper mid 60 degree. I don't know. Still not good.
Yeah, that's like always our weakest thing, just because of how we were born.
I don't know. I'm good at like doing it at like turning out at bar-ish. I mean, not like awesome, but and not rolling on my feet. I don't know I don't know how I do that.
I rolled my feet. That's why I broke them into 1,000 pieces.
Anyways, I have issues in the center.
So.
Whatever. Okay, I think that's the last question.
Yeah, maybe that
because this is like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have any videos about the turnout thing, maybe that could be helpful to some people. Like if you have any questions
How
about
I
that,
improved it and stuff.
how to deal with it. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you later. Bye.